dear students. Welcome to today's class on self-leadership theory under the topic Theories of Leadership. Let me ask you a question. What is that you can see here? You can see a figure with a heading Designated Leader, Active Follower, Peer Leader and Self-Leader. Let's take this designated leader. ಕಾಲೇಜಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರು ತಂಡಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಯಕನ ನಾಮಿನೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಥವಾ ಆಯ್ಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಕೆಲವು ಲಕ್ಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಚಾತುರ್ಯವನ್ನು ಗಮನಿಸಿ ನಾಯಕವನ್ನು ಆರಿಸ್ತಾರೆ, ಹೌದಾ? ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಈಸ್ ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸಬಾರ್ಡಿನೇಟ್ಸ್, ರೈಟ್? ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್. ತಾನು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾಯಕ ಏನು ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ತಂಡದವರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ಹೇಳಿದ ಮಾತು ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಈಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಫಾಲೋವರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್. ತಂಡದ ಸಜೆಷನ್ಸ್ನ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಅವರ ಸಲಹೆಯನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಡು ನಾಯಕತ್ವವನ್ನು ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದಾನೆ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹಿ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಹಿಯರ್? ದ ಲೀಡರ್ ಈಸ್ ಲಿಸ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಟು ದ ಟೀಮ್. ದ ಟೀಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಲೀಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಬಾಸ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್, peer leader. It is like a backup for each other. Everybody is cooperating with the person who is nominated as a leader, but they are not into a show off situation. Each one acts as a backup to each other. So what's happening here? The leader is leading the peers without any much differentiation. And the last one is self-leader. What is self-leader? Self-leader leads himself. This is the theory which we are going to explore today and understand in much deeper sense. Let us see how many people have actually explained self-leadership theory. In the lines of Bryant Kazin, he states the practice of intentionally influencing your thinking, feeling and actions towards your objectives. Who is the second person in the picture? Who is the person person in the second picture? Students, can you guess? He's none other than Peter Drucker. He says being a self-leader is to serve as chief, captain or CEO of one's own life. The third person is Bill Hybels. He's a noted leader of one of the largest non-profit organizations called William Creek Association. And he's also the creator of Global Leadership Summit. He explains that the toughest management challenge is always self-management. The concept of self-leadership can be found in the writings of philosophers and poets, both Eastern and Western. There are two examples given here. According to Lao Tzu, he states, mastering others is strength. However, mastering yourself is true power. According to William Ernest Henley, he says, I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Dear students, you can ask your English professors and know more about William Ernest Henley. He is an English writer and poet. Charles Mans was the first to use the term self-leadership in 1983 and defined it as a comprehensive self-influence perspective that concerns leading oneself. Here's Charles Mans. According to him, ಉದ್ದೇಶಪೂರ್ವಕವಾಗಿ ಆಲೋಚನೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಭಾವನೆಗಳನ್ನು, ಕ್ರಿಯೆಗಳನ್ನು ಅಭ್ಯಾಸ ಮತ್ತು ಸಾಧನೆಯ ಮೂಲಕ ತಮ್ಮ ಗುರಿ ತಲುಪಲು ಪ್ರಭಾವ ಬೀರಿಸುವುದೇ ಸ್ವಯಂ ನಿರ್ವಹಿಸುವ ನಾಯಕತ್ವ. So students, are you a self-leader or do you want to become a self-leader? Then what makes you a self-leader? Self-leadership is about constantly developing the inner game of intention, self-awareness, self confidence, self efficacy. Why? To achieve personal mastery. What is the inner game? Intention. Why are we into a particular action? What is the intention behind that action? ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವಾ ದೊಡ್ಡವರು, ಕಾರಣವಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಕಾರ್ಯವಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. So actions will have effects which the self leader evaluates via feedback. Next is self awareness. Self awareness is all about knowing one's own intentions and values attached to those intentions, as well as knowing what triggers those actions. That is, knowing what can push one's buttons and where one can derail or lose track. The third one is self confidence. Chitra tumba chanagide alva? So, this comes from knowing one's strength and abilities. As leader takes action and develops skills, he becomes more confident. Then self-efficacy. It is the belief that whatever comes our way, we can handle it. Here in this picture, a small guy is saying, "No worries, big guy," or he might be the senior, "I have got this." He is actually showing a particular solution. So we can take feedback, accept, adjust, and advance with self efficacy, where our self belief increases, it becomes strong. Then we can become more creative and innovative. We don't give reasons that we couldn't handle certain things. We will learn to find out ways to solve problems. We always have can in our dictionary, but not can't. When our inner game is good and strong, we gain internal peace and experience happiness. What happens with this? It it gives a greater influence and impact in the environment and people surrounding us. What is influence? Influence is the result of purposeful action. That is, one must positively influence ourselves first and the world around us if we are to make a change, or if we want to be the change, we have to inculcate the changes within ourselves. What is impact? Impact is how intention and influence is measured in the world. A crucial component of leading oneself is how we view and deal with problems. We must accept responsibility for a problem before we can solve it. And how do we know that? When we have self confidence and self awareness, we can solve any problem. We cannot solve a problem by saying it's not my problem, and neither we can solve hoping someone else will solve it for us. When we have one to one connection on how to influence others with our positive strength and self management skills, we can always come up with the word we can. If someone says that something is not possible, we can still be confident about we can make it happen. And what happens? If you are able to influence one person, we will reach a particular stage in time that the influence and impact will be on many people. This can ignite, and the impact we have upon others will be magnanimous. According to Lolly Daskell, this wonderful book, President and CEO of Lead from Within, according to him, states, set goals for your life, lead by example, be fearless, honor others, embrace new ideas and opportunities, question everything. Dear students, sometimes it happens, it happened with me. Once we are done with a particular class, we'll be left with so many questions. We'll be having bundle of questions in our mind. That is okay, but if you don't ask the question, it will be remaining there as a dull light. It is always better you ask questions and take clarity. Maybe more than one explanation will give you lots of information and insights. So, question everything. Do right, not what is easy. It is very easy to steal somebody's ideas or take shortcuts, but it is always good to be in the right path. Find goodness and beauty in everything you see. Actively reject pessimism. Andre, how to be talking always positive, how to look at positivity, and how sharp we should be in saying no. ಒಬ್ಬರಿಗೆ ಹರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಲಾರ್ದಂಗೆ how would you say no, and how would you look at the positive side of any situation, and how to ignore negativity. Be the change you want to see. If we want to see a change, we have to change first from our end. Surround yourself with mentors. So, what did the author say here? Surround yourself with mentors. You take any academic or any leadership theory, it never says that you have to surround yourself with filmy heroes. Why? Because that is a kind of fantasy, that's a kind of fan following. But mentors, in our Indian culture, they are called gurus. When we follow the footprints of gurus who can really bring about a change in our life, we know how to self manage ourselves. So we should know what kind of people we have to choose in our life, what kind of people we should surround ourselves in life. Next is care for and about people. We cannot shred our responsibility from taking care of people who are very important in our life. So, in what way self leadership matters in this 21st century? We have some of the works written by some of the management thinkers. Let's go through those. According to Rima, the way in which a leader conducts his personal life has a profound impact on the leader's ability to exercise effective public leadership. According to Hamill, the self awareness is the starting point of leadership development. Next, according to Van Welser and Leslie, arrogance, aloofness, insensitivity, dictatorial, overly critical, and self isolating actions are among traits that derail leaders. Self leadership also enhances a leader's ability to manage intrapersonal and interpersonal relationships. According to Chanakya, he has given two beautiful quotes on self leadership. He says, once a leader starts working on something, he'll not be afraid of failure and doesn't give up. Next, people who work sincerely are the happiest. See, he's someone who belongs to the medieval period, and his quotes on self leadership is relevant even today. A good leader doesn't stop until the tasks are at his hand and it is finished. He rests only after he finishes his work. He is not afraid of failure. So, this is what Chanakya is talking about, a leader who has self managed skills. Students, you can refer these books: Self Leadership, 12 Powerful Mindsets and Methods to Win in Life and Business, written by Andrew Brandt, and another book written by Andrew Brandt and Anna Kazin. So, these are the lines which we have seen in the beginning of this session. And about Chanakya, you can go through the book Arthashastra. It is one of the finest works of Chanakya. His teachings are applicable to modern management principles also. We'll come to the summary part. According to this theory, that is self leadership theory, it tells you who you are from inside out. A personal mastery on how do we develop ourselves to survive and thrive in an ever changing, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous world through self leadership. That is self awareness, self regulation, and self motivation, so that there is an influence and impact upon others surrounding us. A crucial component of leading oneself is how we view and deal with problems. These are the references. Stay home, stay safe. For more videos, like and share and subscribe. Thank you.